What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're doing an account takeover here. He's level 96. We have some specific tasks that he wants us to take a look at, so we're going to do our best to try to help him out here. Now he's level 96, but he does look like he has a pretty progressed account. He has a couple of mythicals. I'm not going to say he's a spender or anything like that, but yeah, he has some champions here. I wouldn't say he's a spender, or at least a very big spender. Actually, maybe he is a spender. I do see a lot of epics being empowered +4 and all that, so maybe he is a spender. I'm not too sure. I didn't really ask, but I'm interested in helping him out in these couple of areas here. One spot, Sand Devil Necropolis. So in Sand Devil Necropolis, he's running this type of team. Yeah, this is just not an efficient team. It's not a consistent team. It looks like his best time is 2 minutes, so we can definitely help him out here, and we'll work on the other spots that he's looking at. If you guys are interested in these kind of takeovers, make sure you guys drop on by to my Discord. I do one free takeover a month, or I try to, at least time permitting. And if you guys need immediate help, make sure you guys slip me a DM, and then we can talk about the details there. So yeah, let's get to work and see what we have to work with here. For the Sand Devil, there's only a couple ways to really handle the Sand Devil. Now, the main easiest way actually is the Godseeker Aniri strategy. Yes, I do see a Godseeker here. So Godseeker Aniri strategy. The other way to kind of deal with her is kind of like max HP, or like one turn, not one turn, but you basically kill the boss before she gets one attack in. And that usually requires a sleep champion. The best one would be Sifi, because her A1 sleep is guaranteed, depending on the turn meter count. And the other way to kind of deal with her is, I guess, Empress can do it solo. Empress can solo her, or I mean the Sand Devil. Not in this build, but definitely is a viable option. And the other more complicated way to deal with her or Sand Devil is some kind of revive on death team, like a speed 2 and revive on death team. Usually those are much less frequently used because they're not really better than Godseeker and your teams. They take more turns. And they require you to build out a full team instead of just Godseeker plus one champion. So I don't see a CP here, so that's not going to work. And I actually don't even see a Newt here, which is the most common max HP champion that you would use here. So I don't even see a Newt. So I don't think the strategy where we try to kill the Sand Devil very quickly is going to work. So we're going to have to lean on the Godseeker team. Let's see, for a damage dealer, we have Ninja. 6-star Ninja here is going to be doing lots of damage. The other best option would be, again, Newt. So Newt plus Godseeker is a little bit faster than Newt plus Ninja, mainly because the Sand Devil is Force Affinity, so Ninja can weak hit, but it doesn't really matter. It's just going to slow down the run a little bit. It's still going to be 100% run. Yeah, so we'll run with Ninja here, and yeah, we'll use the Godseeker. So let's get started. All right, guys. So this is the pretty standard Godseeker Aniri that you can probably bring into Sand Devil 25 without too many issues. I didn't refer back to my original notes, but I believe this speed can actually work down to Sand Devil 19 full auto. So if you guys want to use this Godseeker and full auto Sand Devil 19 and work all the way up to 25, you can probably use this exact speed tune. Now 180 speed is what you really want. This is only possible if you take the Spirit Haste Mastery. Now the masteries are really important. You have to get all of this down. I did make a Godseeker video a long time ago, and it explained a lot more details. I'll provide that in the description below of how to build the Godseeker, and also to provide you with different options using it with Godseeker and stuff like that. It's a pretty comprehensive guide. A lot of people actually misinterpret it very often, saying that they copied it exactly, but then they always find, or I always find, some issues with their setups and all that. And then eventually it's pretty easy to troubleshoot because I've done so much testing on this. But like I said, this is what you really want. You want 180 speed, ideally exactly 180 speed. I believe this is the speed where there's no chance of any kind of failure, because any other speed, there is a very minute chance of failure. So you could fail if the perfect RNG happens against you, but the odds of failing are still very low. But 180, I believe, is the perfect speed Godseeker Aniri. These are the masteries that I took on this Godseeker. So previously, the masteries are kind of all over the place. You could take War Master here, as well if you're not taking Spirit Haste, for example. If you're taking Spirit Haste, it's plus 24 speed. So the ideal speed is 204 speed total. And yeah, if you don't want to take the support tree, you can take offense tree and go down the War Master, get a little bit more damage. But you have to make sure that your Godseeker is 204 speed, thereabouts. Like I said, there is a range of speeds that can work with Godseeker. That's why a lot of times people say, oh, my team works, but then it occasionally fails. And you see Godseekers occasionally with like 270 speed, for example. There is a range of speeds that work, but occasionally some of those will fail. And a lot of the big things here are just getting the masteries correct. So you don't want anything that gives you an extra turn. You don't want anything that gives you turn meter. You don't want anything that can do any of that stuff. So masteries, gems, relics, skills, gear, anything like that is no good. Okay, guys? So you don't want Psycho and Magic. This 5% is going to mess you up. This percentage chance is going to mess you up. This percentage chance, like any of this kind of stuff is going to mess you up. Okay? Don't do any of that. Don't take this one. You get a chance for turn meter. Don't take that one. You know what I mean? So none of that stuff. All right. And now since we have relics and stuff, relics, gemstones as well, it's also something to keep in mind that these potentially can mess you up as well. So anything that gives you turn meter, anything that gives you extra chance at turns, you don't want any of that. In this case, the journal is fine. It's just a little bit of extra healing. This is turn meter reduction. It doesn't do anything for her in this stage. In terms of overall gearing here, a regeneration set with a immortal set is the best case to run because it just gives you the most healing. You can get away maybe without the immortal set if you have, overpowering stats. Like I'm talking like 90k HP with, 5k defense and stuff like that. As a minimum, I would shoot for 4.5k defense with a minimum of 70k HP. I think that's probably going to be fine, but near minimums. Right now, we don't have, fully geared out, leveled out gear. And they're not glyphed up, they're not ascended or anything like that. So he definitely has room to improve this build. But he's kind of low on resources, and we also have a gear enhancement event starting tomorrow, so I'll let him finish it off if he's running into any trouble. I'm not going to finish off his masteries here. This is the bare minimum masteries for this build. Spirit Haste, like I said, a bunch of healing ones, and then I took Elixir of Life for 3,000 extra HP. I like this setup for defense. The critical damage from the boss is kind of the spot where he can kill you if your stats are a little bit on the low side. So I took improved parry to reduce it by 8% instead of taking the AoE reduction by 5%. This one's pretty good. It does give you a small heal if the Sand Devil heals, and this one is good as well because it reduces damage coming from the boss. Don't take this one, Psycho Revenge. Don't even take this one, Retribution or Deterrence, because it's just going to slow down your run. Godseeker is not here for damage, right? So if she's walking up to the boss and she's hitting the boss, this is just wasting time. So you don't want those ones either. And so these are the masteries. Bare minimum. If you want to customize your mastery any other way, you can definitely do so with the dots and all that, but it's not necessary to do so. For example, even this banner doesn't need to be here. So this banner with the 5% chance to counterattack is totally not necessary. But we're looking for a 17 speed banner, which we don't have. So at least for now, it's the best we have. So last thing is, if you want to take a blessing, you could definitely take Miracle Heal. It just helps your A2 heal back all your max HP missing. Destroy max HP, sorry, but it's not necessary. The other thing you can use the blessing for is if you wanted to use something like emergency heal. So this one gives you a shield. So if you have a blood shield accessory, you can equip that on your Godseeker and then equip the emergency heal. And this gives you a small shield every time she attacks, and then every time the shield breaks, she gets a bit of a heal back, which is pretty good. That's going to make it a lot easier, especially for stats and all that stuff. The problem is if you have a slow Godseeker Aniri, about 200 speed, she's not going to be attacking that much. So she's not going to, have that shield up all the time. So it's not something you can fully rely on. But I would say it's probably a little bit better than Miracle Heal, because Miracle Heal is just not going to do too much in this situation. It doesn't really have a Blood Shield accessory anywhere, so we can't really use that option. So yeah, we're just going to run with this. And the thing that nobody really talks about is that the DPS working with this particular Godseeker needs to be at least, I believe, 229 speed or 228 speed. Around 230 speed. It's very flexible. Actually, even better is that if you make a DPS, so the damage dealer, significantly faster, so faster than the Sand Devil, they will hit first before the Sand Devil attacks, allowing you to get more damage in first. So if you have a Newt, for example, whose max HP damage still hurts the Sand Devil, even though he's not asleep, that's probably the best case option. You make him faster in 270, your run will speed up because he'll get that extra attack in, and then when the Sand Devil attacks, Newt will die, and then Godseeker will bring back the Newt, and then you get another max HP hit right away. So it is faster that way. Now Ninja will be applying HP burn, so you know he might not do that much damage to the boss, even if Ninja was over 270 speed. Here it's like the perfect Ninja, 232. I don't even need to adjust him in any way. He can have turn meter, he can have everything, he can have whatever, he can have relentless gear if you want, but relentless gear honestly just gonna waste time because the big hits are gonna come from his HP burns, and then he's set to die. Now, for accuracy requirements against the Sand Devil, you do require closer to 500 accuracy, so this ninja does need a little bit of help. But honestly, you can probably get away with 450. It's just, if you fail like an HP burn, it's just going to be a little bit slower. But we're going to see if we can squeeze in a little bit more accuracy without sacrificing too much of the stats. All right, so we got him up to 460 accuracy. I think we're going to have to ride with that for a little bit here. Obviously, very easy to upgrade just a little bit of accuracy, but otherwise, his build looks pretty solidly fine. War Master here is fine, and he's 6-star with Crushing Rend, so looks good. All right, something else I just noticed here is that he does have bonuses in his Sand Devil dungeon, so I do have to adjust the Godseeker a little bit here. So 186 is too fast, so I'm going to bring it down back to 180. All right, dropping her speed a little bit here. Her HP goes up by a couple K, and that's totally fine. So again, just make sure you double check the area bonuses and all that. So 180 speed, Godseeker Aniri here, 4.2K defense, 73K HP. Ninja 238 is totally fine. It's above 228. And yeah, we have to run with 3 food because we're relying on the Spirit Haste masteries. So let's see this. Godseeker also needs to be the leader spot. Yes, you have no aura and all that, but she must be there because that's who is going to get revived first. So that's her passive, reviving her. So she revives right away. She'll heal. Ninja comes back, and then the A2 heal will send her back to full HP. And there we go. Ninja dying on the first hit. That's perfect. So now we don't have him wasting turns attacking the boss and all that. Godseeker needs to be strong enough to survive the 2 pokes in between the big AoEs. So that's the really important part. It looks like it's okay. If she can survive basically 3 crits in a row, then it's all good. So we see 2 non-crits there, and she has no issues surviving that. This is great. Very low turn count. Very perfect. Everything. And it looks good. See no reason that this would break. And it's probably going to be about 90 seconds. Usually Ninja is about 90 to about 1.5 to 2 minutes. If your Ninja's on the weaker side or you start missing your HP burns, then it's going to be 2 minutes plus. But this is a very standard run right now. Kind of see here the 2 attacks, 2 non-crits, about 10k each. She's got a 70k health pool. It's very okay. You can pretty much near full heal by the time she gets hit with this first AoE. And that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. Go non-crit pokes, about 10 or 11k. What you want to see is basically like sequences where the Sand Devil crits you multiple times, and then see if you can still survive. Yeah, so far not many crits. Looking like a 2-minute run here. So Ninja comes back, HP burns, and there you go. GG. Minute 43, we got a new record for him. Not the fastest turn count, unfortunately. Newt is faster in terms of overall turn count, but this is going to be a 100% run at a minute 43. So there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. This is dusted and done basically forever until he pulls multiple max HP champions with a C-fee, or if he wants to build basically 5 new champions to try to do this for a faster turn count. But right now, that's looking pretty good. If you guys want to learn more about Godseeker comps and what kind of options you have for DPS, make sure you guys check out the video in the description about my previous Godseeker team. All right, guys. So the next thing here is basically get as high into Fire Knight as possible. Now he's not working with a lot of the usual suspects here, so and a lot of things are not built up, and his account is not ready to build anything up. So, for example, somebody like your Carl would be really good, but we don't have him built up. He's not booked out. He has no mastery, so he's basically unusable for the foreseeable future. Other champions that he has that we can't use, for example, Neldor would be a good option. Again, not built out, no masteries, not even 60. He is a viable option as well, and he's not built out. Creodin, also another option, not built out or anything like that. So we can't use any of these champions. So it's a bit of a drag. We don't really have resources to build them out. So we're just working with what we got. And luckily, we have some viable speed gear. Now, I don't know if I want to put, the main speed gear on this team. That I put together for him for the Fire Knight, but at least this is going to get him to 10, and at least it's going to give him an option to finish 10 if he runs into the Marius mission, right? So that's probably what we're working on. So right now, this is the team I put together for him. This is the team that he was running previously. Like it kind of works, multi-hitters, ally attacks, but he got stuck on 6. He says he's farming 5 right now, so 2 minutes on 5. It seems pretty okay. He does have strong affinity against the spirit affinity, but we're trying to push to 10 here with the most we have. With what we have to work with. And this is the team that came out with triple ally attacks. I put the best speed gear on his ally attackers, and both of his non-ally attackers are quite quick. I do have some presets set for them, so let's see if it actually works. I don't know, never tested it yet, so we're gonna watch it here live. Hopefully it's not gonna flop on its face here. Of course, we have both ally attacks very fast. We have the Podrig aura as well, very, very fast. Stag Knight's a massive, massive champion here, especially for progressing accounts, because he's an epic. First of all, he has great base stats for an epic, makes him easy to keep alive. He brings the decreased speed on the A1, and the A1 is a double hit as well, so it's going to be really good against the shield. It's going to bring down the speed requirement against the boss, giving you more turns, more hits, and all that stuff. Decreased defense, decreased attack, also very good as well for the boss fight. And then we have Cool Heart here. She brings the quad hit, of course. Quad hit, very good to bring down the shield, and she does pack a little bit of damage here with the max HP hits. So that's about it. Like we're just basically relying on our speed of this team to bring down the enemies. We do have a little bit of survivability here with the heals, and obviously the revive on death there was a little bit lucky. But we just need to get through this stage, and then we'll keep working on the other stages here. It's not a fast run, so I'm not going to make you guys watch through the entire thing. So let's get to the boss, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, 3.5 minutes later, we're going to make it to the boss. I'm very anxious to see how this team works. It's a little bit dicey, but I think with Cardio's heal, it makes it possible. Without Cardio's heal, I don't think this is possible. I did build them, as tanky as this account would allow. We're going to have to take hits against the boss here. But with the heal reduction and the decreased speed, hopefully we're not going to take too many hits. And I think we should be able to survive with this. Let's see how it goes. I mean, so far, okay. But he's going to take a hit here. He's going to take a turn here. That's okay. Okay, we can survive. We can survive. We can survive. Thank goodness. Triple ally attack. We should bring down the shield here relatively quickly. And he has decreased speed on as well. So it means we're going to be able to open him up, and then we're going to be able to get some hits in and hopefully just full heal up. Yeah, we should be able to full heal up here with the continuous heals and the A1s from cardio. I need to double check the masteries. I did go for War Master for most of them, but I need to double check the masteries. I don't have the luxury of like infinite gems on this account, so can't really just change masteries at will. And obviously you have to consider other areas of the game. Not just the Fire Knight. So hopefully, yep. So it looks like we're able to take a hit, and we can recover in that time span, which is really big. So yeah, I think we should be able to get him down. It just depends on the speed of this run. It's not going super fast, but yeah, I think a little bit of a change to the masteries, just giving War Master to everybody, I think will go a long way. As long as everybody can heal up, I think we're okay here. It looks like we're gonna be okay. Decreased defense finally lands against the boss here, so that's pretty huge. I think Stag Knight did put War Master. Full Heart, I have War Master on right now. And yes, we survived. Decrease attack was on. That's huge. Yeah, if we can land decrease attack, then we have no risk of dying. Very nice. The ally attack brings down shield right away. Decrease speed continuously landing because of all the ally attacks, so it works well. Yeah, so this template of a team can definitely bring us to 10. I think we have enough stats. Like you guys saw some of the stats there in the presets. Like we have like a 380 speed, ally attacker, and then both ally attackers are over 350 speed. So this team's built for hard 10 right now. But yeah, we just have to get there first, get through 7, 8, 9, and then have to see if 10 can work out for us here. So 6-minute clear, but pretty safe. Pretty safe. Maybe even farmable. Magic isn't really the best affinity for this group. I would say Force affinity would be pretty good. We do have, positive affinities here. There we go. Our first clear on stage 7. Done. So it looked impossible, but it's possible. All right. So let's check out stage 8. We'll see you at the boss. And yeah, see how it goes. All right, stage 8, definitely a lot easier here. We got the positive affinity, Podrick, and Stagnites. And then also on the second wave there, Cardio has his passive bonuses working against the demon spawns too. So actually way, way stronger. Let's see how we do against the boss here. 3 ally attacks go in, shield go down. Can we land decreased speed? And yes, we do. This gives us a shot at getting him for the after this rotation. Oh, barely survived. Yeah, that's a little bit dicey. I don't know if I saw the crits go off. If that was a full-on crit, then we're okay, because then we still had quite a bit of life left on like Cold Heart and stuff. But if that was not a full-on crit, then maybe if he crits, we might lose somebody. We did have the revive on death there, so maybe we'll be okay. Let's see how this goes. We did land decreased attack afterwards. With decreased attack, if we take another hit, it's probably okay. We do have a healing like from Cardio, and I think we have Life Drinker on Cold Heart. We did adjust her masteries there, so we should be okay. Yep, with decreased attack, it gets a lot softer, and we'll survive for sure. Let's see how this goes here. Decreased speed is landed. That's huge. We must land the decreased speed. So potential to fail. There is potential to fail for sure. Potential to fail. Hopefully it's not a big chance to fail. All right, we're bringing it down. We got the heal reduction as well. That's pretty huge. Ally attacks going in. Slowly bringing him down. Not sure if this is going to be a 100% run, but it looks pretty good right now. It looks pretty good right now. Still got the decreased speed, which is the most important one. Decreased attack is also pretty important just to keep our guys alive, but we do have a couple ways to keep our guys alive. And I think the health pool is large enough so far. From what we can see, we did take some hits, like full-on hits with no decreased attack, and we were okay. We need to land the decreased speed again, and there it is. Decreased speed landed again. Decreased attack landed, and we're good. We take the hit again, and we just cycle back over and over. We do have Relentless on Mikage, so a little bit of RNG there, but looks okay. Here comes the ally attacks. We're going to bring it down. This might be the last cycle here for the Fire Knight. Hopefully we can get it done. Can we get it done? I have to double check if Cold Heart's fully booked. I think she is fully booked. I think it is. Can we get one more Heartseeker in there? Come on. Finish it up. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Heartseeker would have done it in. This time we don't have decreased speed, so we got to get it done here. All right, we got the ally attacks going in, so there we go. Brought it down. Boom. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Not bad. First clear on stage 8. Be good. And this is actually an okay helm. You got speed, accuracy, HP percentage. 5-star, but it's probably a keep for this account, so that looks good to go. Feeling good about that. Stage 9. 9 is not bad. Spirit affinity is not bad for us. We do have spirit affinity guys here. I'm just going to double check some of the masteries here, make sure that we are set up properly. If there's anything I can change, I will do so. All right, so I think Stagnite's masteries here can probably get a little bit of a rework. He's not going to be killing too many guys with kill streaks, so just give him a bit more damage with Methodical. He does have War Master on, so that's good. And I would take Master Hexer here for the increase chance of longer, decreased defense, decreased attack, instead of going for plus accuracy on himself. Evil Eye, I mean, it's not crazy better or worse, I think. But I guess against the waves is a little bit better. Extra turn meter boost here seems fine. Otherwise, it seems fine. If you guys didn't know, Stag Knight actually doesn't land his decreased defense 100% unless you have Sniper on, so you must have Sniper on Stag Knight. But I'm going to do a little bit of a switcheroo here, and then we will fix him up real good. We got the War Master on. Grab some accuracy, accuracy, and then I don't mind Evil Eye here against the waves. I'm going to take extra duration, and then, of course, we take Sniper. Everything else doesn't really matter. You could take Life Drinker for some health. I think I'm going to... He's pretty big and chunky in terms of the health pool. I don't think we need the Life Drinker. So I'm going to take Celerity here for some extra turn meter, just in case, and then we will take... Yes, extra damage here is fine. And then we will take... extra decreased defense against the waves. And yeah, so a little bit of a fix there. The other masteries for these guys, I mean, they're in full support masteries, so no War Master help. I don't really want to mess it up too much. So yeah. Anyways, let's do this and we'll see you at the boss. All right, we made it to the boss. Actually, not too bad. I mean, 3 minutes. That second wave was ridiculous. There was 2 Kyokus there, like adding the block damage and the ally protection and stuff. But yeah, we actually made it through. So we're at the boss here on stage 9. We land a decreased speed, decreased attack, decreased defense. So we're all good. We're not going to get wiped in one hit here. And like I said, this is not a team that drops a turn meter or anything like that. So we have to take the hits. But we do have enough recovery to bring our health way back up. So that's pretty good. All right, let's bring down the shield. Great. Way easier with the decreased speed, of course. And then the heal back. And then we don't get affected here by the max HP destruction, which is really nice. But yeah, it's made possible by, our really, really strong ally attackers here, bringing a lot of support, a lot of recovery. And then we just have, Cold Heart and Stag Knight, the OG Fire Knight crew, doing the business here. 21 stacks to bring down the shield. Ridiculous. We got 3 ally attackers here. I think it's possible maybe to speed up this run if we bring in Ninja. If we bring in the Ninja, it might work. But the lack of heal reduction, I think, probably is the end of this run, I think. The other champion that might actually substitute well would be Yakarl. Yakarl can substitute in for Stag Knight, perhaps. And Yakarl also brings freezes, so you're going to have more time to deal damage against the boss. But Stag Knight does bring the decreased defense, which speeds up the damage, that you output out. And he also brings decreased attack. I don't remember if Yakarl does. He might actually also bring decreased attack as well. But he does bring freezes, which brings the turn meter down a little bit. I don't know if Yakarl is going to be a realistic, strong upgrade. Perhaps against the waves, he might be better as well. But I think for this type of team, right now it's working out pretty okay. Not fast. These are not fast clears, but as long as they're consistent enough, I would say consistent 90, 95, 97% runs, I think it's, I think it's worth considering to use at this point. Okay, no decreased speed here, so we got to bring down the shield right away. Can we do it? A double ally attacks in. We should be able to bring it down right now. There we go. Decreased speed is landed. The placement of Stag Knight is very important as well. If you guys noticed on my team setup for the boss, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. 5 minutes 46. Stage 9 down. Here we go, guys. We're at stage 10. Let's see if we can clear it. This would be a massive win here if we can do that for him. Void Affinity, so it's not too bad against our whole team. I have Stag Knight here in the tail end of the teams. This is how you build the Fire Knight team, because when you go ally attacks all in, the last person here in Stag Knight's spot gets the last hit in. So if the shields are down, then Stag Knight will get the last hit in, and then he has an A1 that lands decreased speed. So you have multiple opportunities to land his decreased speed. If you swapped, for example, Cold Heart in this spot, the last spot, then Cold Heart will get the last hit. It's not ideal to do that because you want the decreased speed to land no matter what. That's going to really increase the chance of you finishing off the run. Anyways, let's do Fire Knight Hard 10 here. Let's see if we can get this done. I don't expect this to be a fast run. I expect it to be at least 5-6 minutes. So we'll see how well it does. If it's a little bit too long, maybe I'll just edit it and we'll see you at the boss. Let's see how well we do. Against the waves, we've been doing okay. Yeah, against the waves, we do kind of okay. First wave seems fine because we do the ally attacks and stuff, but we have to turn off the ally attacks on stage 2. I'll show you guys the presets and all that afterwards, and of course I'll show you guys the gear and all that afterwards as well. But yeah, against wave 1, not too bad here. Against wave 2, without the ally attacks, we're going to lose a lot of damage, so it is going to take a little bit longer. So, let's see here, come on. The Riho Bone Spear here is the nasty guy, super nasty, because she cannot be controlled easily, and she hits really hard on her A2. So we have to kind of, try to avoid that. I think we have enough tankiness to survive. Also, the cleanse is a little bit nasty too, because our team is not particularly fast in terms of dishing out damage. So the cleanse can get some pretty good value here from her and set us back quite a bit, of course. It also heals up everybody as well, which is a bit of a drag. Here we go. The heal happens. We got turn meter boost. We need to heal up as well. We need to avoid the A2 from Riho. And we definitely don't want to get hit by the Fox's AoE stun. That could really mess things up. Can we drop her? Can we drop her here? Boom, dropped. There we go. Team can be improved, like I said. You can add War Masters. That's going to speed up everything. I don't know how much is going to speed it up, whether it's actually worth it to give up the... oof, look how close that is, guys. Look how close that is. So definitely need to improve some of even the support stats. Need to be improved because you don't want to risk basically failing it here. That's for sure. So you can definitely improve it here a little bit. Maybe some glyphs, ascensions, and all that stuff. Well, you can definitely get more ascension material now that you have a Sand Devil team. So that definitely helps. Let's see, come on. Here we go. Against the boss. Ally attack. Second one. Last one. We get the heal reduction and the decreased speed landed. Can we do it? There we go. We got the speed down. Cold Heart going in. He didn't land the heal reduction, so he gets the heal back here. So that's a bit of a drag. Oh, and she dies. She died. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. Oh no. Luckily we had the revive on death, but oh my goodness, that's bad. That is bad. That is bad. Oh my goodness, that's bad. Get the heal reduction in. Get that heal reduction in. There we go. Heal reduction. We're going to hit again. Oh my goodness, that was bad. Oh my goodness. Can we live through this? Can we survive? It looks like we can. It looks like we're okay. Oh my god. This is full auto, by the way. So this is for, basically you can't really farm at this level, but this is to get past the Marius missions, right? You have to full auto 10 times. Can you do it? I think we got it now. We got it now. We got a 3-turn decrease speed with the heal reduction. There we go. There we go. I think we're okay now. Yep, we're okay. We're okay now. Oh my goodness. We're okay now. I think it will always be like that. Cardio's going to go in with the ally attack, and then he's going to get a second turn, and he's going to land the revive on death. So if Cold Heart drops, he at least can come back with the revive on death. So that's at least a little bit of assurance there. It gives us an extra chance at coming back. So definitely a little bit dicey, but it looks like we probably got it here. Decrease speed, heal reduction on. There we go. 250 speed, base speed for the boss here. So your guys need to be pretty quick. There are slower teams that revolve around counterattack. Those are definitely viable as well. Counterattack or even like Helicath teams are possible as well when you get hit. He goes in with the A1. At this time we don't have the heal reduction, so we gotta make sure we drop the shield down. We do got decreased speed, only 1 turn left. A little bit dicey. A1 going in, heal reduction, boom, there we go. The thing is, I need to add more accuracy to this Cold Heart. I didn't give her a lot of accuracy, so the heal reduction is not a guarantee to land. Okay, luckily we got the block debuff cleanse there. That was huge. But we do get increased accuracy from this team as well, so our accuracy goes up. You need about 320 to reliably land your debuffs against the Fire Knight. Come on, can we drop it? Let's go. The decreased attacks were okay. Getting pretty close here. 6 minutes. Can we do it? For some reason, I don't see Kohart doing a lot of Heart Seekers. Makes me wonder whether she's like fully booked or not. But all right. Oh, we're still not there yet. We still need to do one more hit. Still got the decreased speed, so that's huge. The A1 decreased speed is just massive for the Stag Knight here. Ally attacks going in. I don't know if this is possible without cardio. Cardio with the heal is just so massive. And then we also have the big aura, speed aura here from Podrick as well. I think maybe Mikage is passable. You can probably change her up for like Lanathril. Maybe even Fat Man could do it. But there we go. We cleared stage 10. 6 minutes, 200 turns here. Was dicey. This is the first stage where we actually got killed against the boss. So a little bit dicey there. Obviously not a full auto farming team. But it looks pretty good. So we do have fully booked, so it makes sense. I'm gonna show you guys the team here just so you guys can get the full stats going on. So we got Mikage here with the Fire Knight bonus. He does have a little bit of extra bonuses here. Crit cap, I wasn't going for that. Going for the accuracy, close to 400 if possible, as fast as possible. I did have her in Relentless. Gives it a little bit extra chance for extra turns. She has the Perch Shadow on, which is really good for extra turns as well. She's set up to not transform ever, so it's that's the way it's going to be, so it's kind of good. You could definitely play around with the settings a little bit, especially if you're struggling on like wave 2. You can have her transform like stage 1 and then get her to stun open stage 2, like wave 2, and then get her to transform right away. That could maybe help push your teams. We have cardio here just as fast as possible. Whatever gear doesn't require accuracy, make him a little bit tanky if possible. I didn't change up his blessings or anything. Sorry, I didn't change up his relics, but I did add the blessing Phantom Touch here just so you can get some extra hits against the shield. Masteries are here. These are support masteries, reviver masteries, so they're not set up for Fire Knight or anything like that. Podrick here, I did set up his blessing to be Phantom Touch, so he gets extra hit against the shield. It's really important. He has Journal here for some extra turn meter boost, extra heals, which is okay. As fast as possible, no accuracy needed. So fastest guy. But yeah, you can definitely build, he's got room, right? He's got room to make this guy a lot more tankier. Masteries here, I mean, these are just whatever masteries. I would probably take Timely Intervention. But yeah, extra health is probably okay as well. And then our Stag Knight here, you could definitely build 100 crit rate with some crit damage, but I just went for survivability, speed, accuracy. And like I said, you get a little bit of a bonus here from the Fire Knight bonus and all that. Cruelty definitely needed against the boss. War Master, we did the masteries for him. And then lastly, we got the Cold Heart here. I couldn't get her to 100% crit rate with the good survivability, so I just went for 70% crit rate. Like I said, the accuracy is definitely on the low. You probably want her to be like, we need her to be more accuracy so that she can land the heal reduction. If possible against the boss. Also, poisons probably help too because the poisons, because the boss is taking turns, right? So then some accuracy for her to land poisons would be good. And then I have her with the golden elixir. This is pretty huge, right? Because you get a little bit of extra healing. Right now we got 14% when she goes under 50% HP. It makes her a little bit, harder to kill when it's up against the waves, of course. Gems not super important, I guess, but this is a nice one here, the extra 10% damage in dungeons. Phantom Touch, really good for her to bring down the shields. Masteries here, we went down to 4 master. And then I went for Life Drinker as well because if she gets a Cold Heart and she's low HP, she can full heal up, which is definitely needed. But yeah, that's going to be Fire Knight. I mean, we got the 10, we got the full auto. It might not be 100%, but it's going to allow him an option to go through Fire Knight Hard 10 when the time comes. Now I'll show you guys the preset on this team. Obviously, this is a very specific team for this account, but I'll show you guys the presets here. So Podrick 387 with the bonuses here. No presets. Turn off the ally attack open on the boss. Pretty standard stuff. Cardio. Turn off the ally attack against wave 2. Ally attack open on the boss. And then we do need still the revive on death against the boss as well. 363 speed. Mikage, just don't metamorph. And then turn off the ally attack on round 2. Don't metamorph. And then open with the ally attack here. And I guess you could use the A2 on round 3, but the shield is kind of nice. The shield is kind of nice just for a little bit, but honestly, maybe this is actually okay too, because the snare is going to increase the debuff duration, which is really good, and obviously the increase the buff duration is obviously very good as well. So I think having the snare open on 3 is probably fine. And then Cold Heart, just open, turn off Heartseeker against wave 2, and then open with the Heartseeker here. We could probably put priority. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But it was working fine without it. Stagnite, just open decrease defense. That's about it. So everything looks pretty good. So that's going to be it for this takeover. Basically, we just handled like the two, most difficult dungeons for him. We got him from stage 6, Fire Knight, all the way to stage 10. Even a team that probably can finish the Marius missions, the full auto hard 10 team, without Newt or anything like that. You guys can check his roster here again. Yeah, I mean, we got some champions, but we don't have the usual champions here. Like I said, you guys could probably sub out Lei Mikage for somebody like Lanathro, since he does have the ally attack here. We are also pretty constrained by having champions not being fully booked, not being fully built, not being fully mastered. So we just did what we could with what we had already done. Anyways, guys, hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If you guys are planning to tackle some of these areas, let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoy these type of videos. Hit that like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the content. Really would appreciate that. Thanks for watching until the end. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.